Hello, my crafty friends. Well, I finally got all my fibers divided into 16 bags. Each bag has just a little bit over 2 ounces in it. And this is what they look like in the bag. And here is one bag's worth. And I'm going to make a batt out of this one bag's worth. And I thought I would show y'all. I'm not going to make a video for every batt, but anyway, what I'm going to do first is put a layer of wool. This is Rambouillet wool. This is some wool that I dyed specifically for this project because I was having trouble finding enough green in my stash. And so let's see how it does here. So I'm just going to keep taking bits of this one. I divided this fiber from this bag into thirds, and I'm going to put different stuff in between each of the layers of the thirds. But I thought the dyed fibers turned out really pretty. It's like this combination of greens and yellows and blues. And there's an olive in there that's a little more brown than green, but I think it still looks good in there. So, okay, where was I? Right here. Okay. What I'm doing is just dividing this into smaller pieces because it compacted when I dyed it and then, squeezed the water out of it to let it dry. Well, it kind of compacted. So you just need to, and a lot of times when you buy dyed fibers from someone, it's like that. I'm just going to roll it in there very slowly. And we're going to then have one pass of this. And one thing I decided that I thought would make the sweater a lot more interesting is to not have each batt done exactly the same way and not recard them 3 or 4 times to homogenize everything. I may card them twice. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like after I do one, but I'm definitely not going to card them more than that because I want to have specks of different things. Okay, I've got 2 more of those, but I'm just going to set them aside for now. And I'm just going to start pulling out some stuff and putting it in there. And there are a lot of different ways I can put it in there. I can just take each piece and do kind of like I was doing with that. Now I have if things don't want to go down in there too good, I can kind of brush them down and encourage them down. I can also just kind of paint it on. And I've got so many different things in here. I'm probably going to do them, different ways. That was some vegetable matter that was in a commercially prepared top. So just getting all your fibers commercially prepared is not enough to ensure that you don't have to deal with vegetable matter. A lot of people are surprised by that when they start spinning a commercially prepared top and they run into that. Then they think, well, whoever did that didn't do a very good job, and they don't realize that it's just part of the game. Here's some more of that. Well, let's go ahead and put this in there and get it out of the way. This is flying all over everything. But it'll give us a little bit of sparkle. And you notice I don't have a whole lot, but in each one of these bags there's a little bit. A little bit goes a long ways. Here's some pretty fiber. I don't know if you can see all the colors in there. There's some gold and let's go ahead and spread that out a little bit more. And we'll stick this one beside it. Okay, I should have held on to that a little bit. Sometimes the instructions always say, you know, don't hold on to your fibers, but some things go in a glump. A glump? Is that a word? A glump? A lump? If you don't hold them back just a little bit. So let's put in something different. Okay, we've got these two. I'm just gonna paint these on because they're very thin. I mean, very slick, silky fibers. That one, the first one was silk. This one is wool. They just both happen to be same kinds of colors. Let's take some of this off. Okay, and let's do this blue. I'm just going to spread it out a little bit. Here's a mixture of greens. We'll put beside it. This time I'm going to hold on to them just a tad. Oh, this is pretty. Look at that. As you can see, this is just going to be a hodgepodge of stuff. But I think all of those differences will make the, and this is some Firestar. It's a nylon product. It gives some sparkle, kind of like that Angelina that I had just a little bit of earlier. Ugh. All right, let's go back and work with some of this again. I think I'm going to try just separating this whole thing out like this and putting it in one long length and see if that'll work. My other drum carder did fine with that. If I go slow, I think this one will too. The key thing is to spread it out so it's thin as it goes in there. But having this Rambouillet wool sandwiched in between all those little bits will make everything stay in place better, I think. Okay. Now this is a bat that I had made. I don't even know. I think it's mohair, but I'm not positive. Anyway, we're just going to add a little bit of it because I had it and I wasn't using it. And I needed more fiber, so. And this, I'm not sure what this is. It feels some kind of plant fiber. It's very, it's not soft, but I figured just a little bit of it, in each bat won't hurt anything. Well, yeah, that's kind of made a mess, didn't it? Well, we'll see. It's not, there's not enough of it to keep all the other soft stuff from being soft, so I'm not going to worry about it, but let's do, here's some bits that are, I just dividing all these little bits into 16 pieces. A lot of them came out just about this much. So that one's, figure out how. Let's find another one, little sliver of something we can stick in there. Do 3 across. This porcupine quill comes in really handy. And don't fret. No porcupines were harmed in the mining of those porcupine quills. They shoot them out, and so people go along and pick them up. So they're not, I don't know, somebody might, I don't know. But anyway, I was told that they just go along and pick them up. So they didn't say if they, scared the porcupine into shooting them out or not. I don't know. I didn't think about that till just now. That came into my head, and I'm like, well, I don't know if they did that or not. Okay, come on. This is taking longer than I expected it to. I thought we'd get, well, let's do this one next. It's silk too. It's just a different color of silk. There's lots of bits of silk going to be in this. As well as different, kinds of wool. Okay. Well, I don't know what, oh, there it is. It's kind of a give and take. If you don't hold it a little bit, you get big clumps here. If you do hold it, you get clumps on here that you have to, move around. Let's just paint this one on too. This is some sari silk waste. And it's kind of clumpy, but all these things will give the yarn texture, which is fun. Here's a different color of the same kind of thing. And this is definitely some, oops. Okay. What I was saying was this is definitely mohair. And I think this is the same. I thought this was the same stuff that I had in that bat that I said I thought was mohair, but this is much softer, so I'm not sure. This is a roving. You can see that it's more disorganized looking than the tops that I've been putting in here. And rovings are carded. And then, so this actually probably does a little bit more of an organized than most rovings. But that's probably because I'm not putting full fleece in here. I'm not putting unprocessed fleece in here. When you do a fleece, you get a lot more disorganized the first pass through, and that's kind of what roving is. It's like a one pass. One pass through a carder. Of course, a much bigger carder than this, but oops, that has been bugging me. So I decided to get it, and I forget. If you go backwards, this thing falls off. And I haven't made enough bats on here to keep that in my brain. This is some sari silk it's not sari silk, it's silk, but it is in really, really, really long pieces. So you don't want to put this kind of stuff on there without cutting it into small bits, or you're going to end up with causing real problems for yourself. But I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go ahead and see, even cutting it in small bits, you can see how long it is. Here's a little bit of yellow fire star. The porcupine quill works better, but I just realized what time it is and how long this video is taking me compared to what I expected it to. So I'm trying to do things the faster way. Okay, here's some several little bits of stuff, and I'm just gonna paint this on too. All of it's kind of glumpy, and that's okay. I'm not wanting a real smooth looking yarn. I'm wanting my sweater to be interesting. If I'm going to go to this much trouble, I don't want it to look like anything I could buy in the store. I want it to be uniquely mine. Okay, that was too long of a bunch. Some of them I stripped down one way and some of them a different way. So when you've got that, I just taking it and making it more like the one I was putting in with it. Okay, I'm going to change my mind about that, I think. This is some more silk. This is some silk that I dyed. And, oops. I'm going to do it a little bit at a time because the, it was trying to catch on that this liquor in because it was too, it was too long. All right. Yeah, then all we have left is this one more strip to do, and we'll have our bat. Okay. All right, now let's find the place where you open it. We're going to take this bat off and see what it looks like. Okay. Whoops, I missed a little bit. Okay, I'm going to take off some of that and just transplant it right here because I want this all to be basically the same length. And I'm just going to grab it and pull it off. And that's the beauty of putting wool on first, is that you end up with something that is, now you can't really see all the little pretty bits that are inside there, but they're all in there. And that's going to be fun. So there you go. There's one bat out of 16. I'm on my way. Oh, I didn't realize it's going to take me 25 minutes each bat. I'm going to have to remember that to give myself about 30 minutes. God bless you. I love you. Have a great day.